Yep. RC, we got a couple minutes here before we got to head to a break, but I do want to ask you, you are from DC, which is
Mhm.
basically we're going to just call Maryland as part of DC at this
Mhm.
for the sake of this argument, right?
Yep.
Can you get that thing going again? Can you get it back to the point that it was under Gary Williams? There's all the kind of power dynamics going on within that city and that region with the AAU coaches and the power brokers. There is the fact that you're playing in the Big Ten instead of playing in the ACC. There's a lot going on there. So, one, what would you do to get it going in? And two, do you think it's even possible to get it back to that point that it was at?
You got to get somebody that got some ties to the area. It's got to have some ties to the area because it's really with Georgetown being in the position that it's in right now. One of those two have to step up and kind of win the recruiting battle in the area. It's a lot of good players coming out of that area year in and year out, and they're just going everywhere else but staying home. And you got to get somebody there, or whoever takes over has to get some people in the area that has some ties to the power brokers and the people to get the players in there. If not, you're wasting your time. Like nobody cares about what you've done anywhere else, your title. You better have somebody in there that knows the right people in that area, or you're just swimming upstream.
It's insane to me that I'm pretty sure this is correct. I think the last person to go from DeMatha to Maryland, someone let me know if I'm wrong, is Travis Garrison. Travis Garrison was the same high school class that I was. He was there 2003 to 2007. That's the last guy from DeMatha to go to Maryland. They're basically they're neighbors. That's crazy when you think about it.
Well, in Villanova, hasn't Villanova, and I don't know Big East recruiting that, but haven't they come in there and gotten the guys, a lot of guys
Josh Hart, Chris Jenkins
from Team Takeover and from
Slater there now, Justin Moore, like it's a pipeline, it's nonstop.
From that area, and that's
should
really
not be happening.
But it's creating an identity. I think once you get a specific a certain culture, what type of guys you need. Obviously you want to get guys from the area, but having an identity. We just talked about the old Pitt culture. Like we knew what type of guys that were coming in year by year. So it's not only obviously recruiting the area, but knowing what fits as well, just to keep everything going.
Yeah, and since we're on the topic of teams from our nation's capital struggling, Steve, we got about 10 seconds.
I was going to ask, are we going to talk about Carson Wentz since we were talking about all the teams in the DMV?
How do you feel? Are you excited? You seem kind
I don't
upset.
know. I'm in neutral right now, man. I just I'm more concerned that Chase Young gets healthy, man. We just got to get him healthy. And man, I don't know. Emmanuel Acho, man, if you go read his Twitter, he's behind Wentz. He knows football, so I'm gonna be a believer until he proves me wrong.
Can I go on a rant about Bruce Weber, guys?
Yeah, because I had a good lead in. I was about to lead you right into Bruce Weber because I was talking to my wife and I showed her that I told her about Bruce Weber's press conference tonight, and it's kind of the highs are so high in this business and the lows are so low, and that's just the reality of it. And that's it's tough about what we do. But there's a great quote I sent Coach Ritchie from Furman after they got beat. And you guys know it's Ashton, Randolph, y'all played at a high level. Like you'd rather be in the dance and feel the pain, than not even be danced at all. Yep. So whether you lose to Chattanooga on a half-court shot or you win some championships and you end up getting fired, man, I'd have rather danced and been a part and been in the middle of it than never done it at all and never experienced it. And so, but the highs are so high and the lows are so low. But, Bruce has done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, that's my thing with this, right? Like, look, it might be time. It might be time to make a change there, right? He's getting older. The program isn't trending in the right direction. They finished in 9th or 10th place the last 3 years of the Big 12. I get it. He's been there for 9 years. Sometimes you just need new blood, right? It is what it is. But you don't have to sit here and make signs to say bye Bruce at the game. Like you don't have to sit here begging for him to be fired. You don't have to sit here like passing around jars asking for money to be able to go pay Brad Underwood's buyout. One, you're not getting Brad Underwood. Okay, he just won the Big Ten regular season title at Illinois. He might be an alum, but you're not getting him at Kansas State, not right now. And two, can you put some respect on a guy's name that won you 2 Big 12 regular season titles in the last decade? The last time they won a Big 12 regular season title before Bruce Weber got there was in 1977.
Can I add to that? Because I'm like you. Like, what the hell? Like, you're Kansas State, dude. Stop it. Like, stop it. You're Kansas State. Like, stop it, dude. Like, some of these schools are doing stuff, and then you ranting and raving, and I get it. Everybody wants to win. Some of you are hanging on the banners of championships and stuff from the 60s or the 70s or even the 80s and 90s. Like, stop it. Put some money in the program. Put some money in. Just when you start putting the money into that program, then you can start talking. But don't act like you just can. Brad Underwood, man, stop it. He ain't coming to no damn Kansas State. Like get the hell out of here. He just won a Big Ten title, and he gonna leave Illinois. Man, stop it.
Yeah, and here's my thing. Look, listen to the coaches they've had at Kansas State. And Bruce brought this up at his press conference, Steve. They had Lon Kruger. They had Dana Altman. They had Bob Huggins. They had Frank Martin. Those are four guys that I think you could probably say Lon and Bob Huggins are going to end up being Hall of Famers, right? And Dana Altman and Frank Martin are both very, very good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
None of those four won a Big 12 regular season title. Bruce Weber did. You know what else he did? He ended Kansas' reign atop that conference. He and Chris Beard were the two guys that won the Big 12 regular season title in 2019 that ended that streak for Kansas. He made an Elite Eight in 2018. It is perfectly justifiable to say, look, you know what? We need to make a change. This is not working, Bruce. We need to go a different direction. But have some respect for what that guy accomplished. He did things at that program that nobody else has done at that program since I've been alive. Just put some respect on it, okay? Be nice about it. And he's a nice guy too. Like he's not an asshole. Just be nice to the guy, okay? He's clearly hurting that he's losing. Listen, we gotta pay the bills here. But coming up next, we're gonna talk about more coaching changes stuff. I'm gonna put Randolph Childress, who is a native of the DMV, on the spot, and he's gonna tell us how you fix Maryland basketball.
Clear.
I had to get that rant out. I just had to do it.
No, you was right, man. Like I didn't want to go too hard on those dudes because I don't feel like listening to all my Twitter shit go crazy. But you're Kansas State. Get the hell out of here, man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, man. Beasley ain't walking through the door, bro. Mike Beasley ain't coming back. Like, you don't have that pipeline coming from DC getting players and all them. That's over. Like, stop it.
They pushed Dixon out. That pit. That's what we going through right now. Pushing Dixon out, I think.
The grass is not always greener on the other side, man. The grass is not always greener. You fired Jamie Dixon to go get Kevin Stallings, okay?
1 minute.
He had a good resume at Vanderbilt. He did well.
Yeah, I get it, but it didn't work, right? Like, it's just.
Yeah.
And
like I think the biggest thing that hurt Pitt is where you ranked from a Big East standpoint to coming into the ACC.
Yeah.
Where you ranked from the jump. And I think they
day.
overvalued it where they came in. They expected
think about the
Big
guys.
East results.
Think about the guys.
30 seconds.
Like your teams, Ashton. Think about where those dudes came from. You had tough motherfuckers from New York City, from New Jersey, from Philly, from the East Coast. Right now, those kids, they want to play in the Big East.
Yeah.
They don't want to go play in the ACC. Like, you lost what your
10
identity
seconds.
was and what
That was exactly. That's what I was about to say. Identity.
Yep.